this, John? What is this? What are we doing right now?
Well, this is
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end. People, let me tell you about my best.
What you been up to, man?
So the people don't know. I'm Wyatt Nelson.
I'm John. People call me Jeff.
We gotta get used to it.
We gotta get used to this, y'all. This is like a first time thing. This is pretty much the introduction of what we got going on. This is our podcast.
We're just gonna chat it up. We're gonna talk about just anything. You know what's going on, what's happening, and we'll see where we can go with it.
What's been up with you, bro?
Nothing, man.
What are you trying to do?
Trying to get rich. Our main job right now is to, bring the income in. Right now, I'm working real estate. I'm also about to be signed up to a new brokerage coming up. Hopefully next week. I still haven't, filled out the whole brokerage papers and whatnot. But once I get all that set up, you're looking at a realtor, dog.
How's that like experience been like that journey, man? Cause you're like 21 years old, you're young, and like how are you feeling like throughout this whole entire journey?
It's a struggle, but we put our heads down and grind and get through it.
What's been like the most like the hardest part of this journey of like becoming like a realtor?
Put myself out there, getting out there and getting people knowing your name, because that's a hard thing to do. To confidently go up to someone and say, hey, this is what I do, this is who I am. That's definitely the hardest part. The school aspect is pretty simple. Just be consistent, because the thing about real estate is that you get the classwork and they'll give you, it's like a 6-month period or a year that you get to do it. And you can stretch that out a whole year and do one assignment a day, but you won't retain any of that information. When you go to take the test, you'll be like, wow, this is what I learned 6 months ago. How am I supposed to know what to do on this test,
Is it like taking a class?
You ever had an online class? You have one
like an online class?
Yeah, do you have one?
No, I had an online class in high school during COVID. That was like the only. It was like bad.
Yeah,
it was bad.
It really, dude, the classwork aspect is just like an online class. Like it's nothing to it.
Right.
You
like
ask
a professor.
Funny story. I gotta tell you this.
I'm here.
But I did a semi-online, semi-in-person like a class. So you go, and all the stuff was online. It was all on like PowerPoints and spreadsheets and stuff like that.
Dude,
and you would read all the information. And I was like, I'm really not like that. I'm better hands-on. I want somebody to teach me this. So I find this guy in Lynchburg, and he teaches, it's mostly real estate. He teaches the course in person.
Right.
So I was like, dude, this is perfect. This is what I'm gonna do. So I signed up for it. It's like an extra 100 each class. So I go in the first day. It was like five 5-hour sessions you do. So I show five hours, no breaks. You'll get a bathroom break, but he's just trying to go through it as fast as possible.
Dude, that is nuts.
And I did too, I didn't want to be there all month. I was like 1 week for 5 hours a day. That's fine. I'll do that. So I show up, and this guy, he's just reading off the PowerPoints. He's not adding anything. The most baritone voice you've ever heard. Just like, Aileen is a takeout on the house if you don't pay it. And I'm just like, so I'm sitting there about to fall asleep, like forcing myself awake. This dude is just reading, and then all of a sudden he stops, and I'm like looking down, and I look up, and the dude is passed out asleep from reading off the sheet. And I'm sitting there like, what do I do? Like, do I wake this guy up? Do I leave? So I tap him, hey man, hey. And he, oh, Jesus. I was like, yeah man, you fell asleep there. He's like, oh, my fault, man. I was like, you want to just do this tomorrow? Or like, no, we can keep going. And this was at the 3-hour mark. So 2 more hours after he fell asleep, he's sitting there just reading everything off.
He's like that one like grandpa or like uncle, great uncle that's just like, turn the movie on. yeah, like
immediately asleep.
Turns the movie on, just like sleep on the sofa like this.
Immediately asleep.
Y'all got do y'all have like an elderly that does that? If so, like this video. That's funny though.
But I never went back. I had like 4 more classes. I told him, I'm like, yeah man, I think I'm gonna go ahead and try it by myself. Had to pay for it. Like I already paid for it. But I was like, dude, I'm gonna just do it alone. So dude, at that moment I was like, what is this? Like what am I getting into? Like this guy isn't even taking it seriously. Like is this how it's gonna be? But then, once I got my license, I started meeting actual good realtors. And they're so cool. Caroline, I I doubt she's watching this, but if she is, you're awesome.
Shout out Caroline.
Shout out Caroline. But I worked under her, and it's pretty cool. You know, she just taught me. We did like ride-alongs basically, so we would go to houses. We did a blue tape inspection. We did just showing a buyer, giving them a tour, all
Just
that
like
kind of stuff.
stop, like ride along.
It was a ride-along. But stop interviewing me, bro. Let me interview you.
All right, bro, go ahead, bro. What you got for me?
What's life like?
Man, life is a roller coaster, man. For real. Just trying to like figure things out, like just in general, for real. Like it's just a process. I started off, you know, not really knowing what to do, so I just, applied to a school here at Longwood University. And
That's where we are now.
Yeah, we're at
Beautiful
Longwood
Longwood University.
Really great campus.
It really is beautiful.
Funny story, like it was the only college like I applied to.
Tell a story.
Yeah,
Aspects of it.
we can tell aspects of it. So one night,
This was high school.
he hit me up one night. He was like wanting to hang out or whatever, and I was like, yeah. He was like, yo, you want to go to Longwood? I was like, Longwood? I ain't never been to a college in my life.
I hadn't either.
Dude, I never visited a college at that time, like any of that. And I was like, yeah, why not? I'm down. He's like, I'm just gonna go up there and see my sister. Man, we went up there, bro, and we just hung out with his sister. We had a blast, and then I was like, dang, I actually want to like go here now.
Yeah.
But anyways, a year went by. Why I went off to college, I was like, man, I ain't got my friend no more. Because he wanted to go play football or whatever. He didn't tell y'all the Avery story.
That's a whole story. We'll get into it as the podcast keep going along.
Yeah. So he went off to college, and I was like, man, what am I going to do? Kind of like trying to figure out who I was, and didn't really know. So I applied to, and I was like, oh, dang, I wasn't here before. So, and I actually liked it, but I'd never seen the campus before. But
Yeah.
I applied, I got in. Me and my grandma went on a visit, and I was like, dude, I think I'm going to go here. So I went here, didn't know what I was getting myself into. Freshman year, like I said, it was a roller coaster. Just being away from home, being away from family, and just loved ones. It was a challenge. It was
a process, man.
It was a process. I got an opportunity to track, and man, it's been amazing from that. I wanted to continue to play sports. I played basketball and like football and stuff throughout high school. I always hear kids like always talking about like the divisions in college, and they going to college and play sports. So I was like, I wanted that. It got in my head where like I'm learning this process of like getting up in the morning at like 6 a.m. and I'm working out. Got into it, and then like as I kept doing it, like
You grew from it.
I grew from it, and my mindset started to switch. Started to actually enjoy it, and like enjoy my teammates, and just enjoy the process of just like waking up and just working out. I went from like not loving it at all, like dude, this is like why am I, to like, damn, like I need this. Like this is like a part of my daily life now. I was like, man, I need to start going to church again, bro. I was like, church. I did some research on Instagram, like some churches and like some clubs like around here, and I found Chi Alpha, and I was like, and I went in there. I walked in there for the first time. I was like, bro, what is this? And it was just like vibes, yo. It was like a bunch of people my age. Bro, I met this dude right here. Shout out to Josh, yo. Shout out to Josh.
Shout out. Producer.
He's right here. Producer.
He's
brother.
helping us out.
Y'all gonna see him in one of the episodes too as well. So
For
stay
sure.
tuned with that. But I met him, and I met a bunch of other really dope brothers too as well. And they helped me out. Got close to these guys, and then got more into track and then all that, and then I kind of gained a little more confidence in myself. So the second semester, I joined a fraternity. I don't know why I did.
In life, you want to do things that gives you that status.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I'm in this is who I am, this defines me,
Yeah.
and this is what is going to...
But so, got into all that stuff, man, I had some fun times, I would say, but I also had some really dark moments.
Same too, man. I don't think anybody in life truly, is content.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm happy where I'm at. Maybe when you get older,
Yeah.
you're not going to always have the people around you that you need or you want around you,
And I feel like just going through like these experiences, like they help a lot of people in general. Like just going through different types of experiences, it grows you so much in a way that you don't even know.
There's a good quote I saw. I can't remember who said it, but it was a quote that said, life goes forward, but you can only understand it if it goes backwards.
What does that mean?
So like you don't understand life as it's going on, But once you're old and you look back on life, you're like, yeah, of course that's how it went. You know, that makes perfect sense. This guy, I met this guy, he led me here. This guy led me there. This guy led me there. This guy led me here. But when you're going forward, you're like, these are just random interactions that I'm having. And you don't realize that anything, like meeting one singular person, could change your whole life.
Whole entire life.
You don't understand it until you've already lived it. You did it.
Exactly.
I butchered that quote, but it's something like that. I'll find it. It's a good quote, dog.
Moral of the story, outgoing person, so I love talking to people. I worked at a retail store for a while, and then I met a guy named Jason Lewis over the summer. You've worked with Jason.
Dude, we'll get into it.
We'll get into it. But
we got so many more of these coming.
So many, but really dope mentor, got into sales, and now I do wholesales with vehicles, so we'll get a little more into that. But
this episode, it was just kind of an introduction.
Kind of just an introduction.
Tell you who we are, what we're about, and we're gonna get into it. We're hoping to do, hopefully one of these a week. We'll try to be as consistent as we can, you know. But life's life. We'll do what we can do, and you'll be seeing us, man. I hope you guys enjoy, because we're gonna work really hard on this. We really want to reach out, you know, inspire people our age or even older people or whoever, you know, whoever needs to hear it. We're just gonna talk about life.
And I just want to say one last thing. This is just an introduction, okay? So this is not, we're not going to be sharing, I just want to let y'all know now, we're not going to be sharing testimonies and telling stories or none of that.
We're going to have fun. Like, this is going to be fun.
It's going to be fun, and we're just going to be talking more of, like, just daily life and just living it. And I just want to say, skills and talent don't matter. It's your character. We'll see y'all at the next episode.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end. People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a one.
That was 30